If you're a person who is willing to grow and your partner is not willing to grow, then.
And so everything where you need to take a decision is going to have a consequence, good or bad. But that is a risk we must take if we're going to create connection with another human being. Like, I have been pleasing people my entire life, not being able to set boundaries, saying no, and all this because the fear of... Hello everyone!
Hola!
David.
And Celeste.
Today we have a scenario of a woman who did a Reddit post where she expressed a little bit of frustration about her boyfriend not taking decisions.
Here we are, it's a space free of judgment. Here we're only reflecting for our own, and also we are sharing those reflections with you. So not judging, we're just sharing what we think.
Right. Let's get into it then.
All right.
We have divided in several paragraphs, and we're going to start with the first one in this post, and then we're going to stop, have a reflection, and then move on. All right? So, she says, I genuinely need advice on this. My boyfriend and I have been together for almost 2 years, and he is amazing in so many ways. But there's one thing that's been bothering me more and more lately. He never tells me what he actually wants. Like, ever. If I ask where he wants to eat, it's always, whatever you want, babe. If I ask what movie he wants to watch, same thing. What I think here, the first one that pops up in my mind is people pleaser.
Oh, I see. Totally.
Like, he might be afraid to take responsibility because he is afraid of conflicts.
Yes.
And that we go also into, like, where's the vulnerability? Because vulnerability for me, it is when you are, the feelings in the uncertain, it's about taking risks, and it's about the exposure of emotions. And so everything where you need to take a decision and where you need to take action for something, it's going to have a consequence, good or bad. But that is a risk we must take if we're going to create connection with another human being. And that is brave, but that is also being vulnerable. That you can go through those stages in emotional discomfort and being fine with it instead of suppressing it and avoiding it.
Yeah, I don't think it's fun at all having a partner that majority of people think that, or men in this case, they think that if I'm giving her everything, she's gonna be happy. But no, it's really not like that. Some women might like that, yes, or some men as well. But personally, no. It's like being alone in a relationship.
Yeah.
It's well, if I have to take all the decisions, and I prefer being alone, then.
Yeah, it's like we're just coexisting next to each other.
Exactly. So I think that is misunderstood. Some people have that if I'm just saying yes to everything, I'm making that person happy, or that person is, or I'm gonna make that person to stay with me because feels happy, etc. I don't believe. I want someone that is able to tell me no.
Right.
I mean, how nice to have, being able to have not a fight, but maybe an argument with that person. And yes, we know everything is going to be fine, or discuss different perspectives, different point of views, and being fine. Personally, I don't like to be right all the time. But yes, I don't want to be right all the time. I don't want you to tell me, yeah, honey, you're right. No, I want you also to be right.
Let's put it in this, like, we're gonna watch a movie. And you ask me what movie you want to watch. And I'm like, you choose, whatever.
Well, definitely I can do that once in a while, but
exactly.
always,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but then it becomes a problem when it's always. But it's also like the engagement of doing things together, and it's not just the activity itself, it's also like, okay, what are the options? And when we go through the Disney Plus or whatever streaming is, and we check together, like, oh, what about this? And then we read what it is about, and like, nah, but I don't feel for a romantic movie today. Let's do a comedy. So, okay, yeah, a long time we had a good laugh. So we have this kind of engagement together, and we take decisions together.
Yes.
Because I think when you leave someone with all that responsibility to take that decision, the person is going to feel alone.
Yes, exactly. Yes, for sure.
And the other part is just following without any real excitement about it.
Yes, I tell David sometimes that I don't want to have a partner as a keychain.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to have it just for an exhibition in there. No, 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 no. I don't want that. I think that's really boring, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And what she's saying here is also what you touched on a little bit. I'm gonna read the next one. At first, I thought it was sweet that he was so easygoing, but now it's honestly frustrating. I feel like I'm making every single decision for both of us, and I don't even know what he enjoys anymore. Last week, specifically, I asked him to pick the restaurant, and he literally said, "You better at picking places."
I know. No,
And
no,
then-
no, no,
and
no.
then- wait, and then when we got there, he seemed kind of about the food, but said it was fine when I asked.
No, no, no. That is a freaking excuse. I mean, that is called mental load. Yes, even though when you have to pick the place, that is mental load. Simply as that.
Yeah.
But then in this case, just the excuse from him of you are better at. There's such manipulative tactic. Like you are so better at this. Like sometimes, like, oh honey, you are so good at doing the dishes. Seriously?
I never said that.
Yeah. Yes.
In a joke.
Yeah,
of course.
claro, of course.
Yeah.
But yes, it's just me manipulating my partner. Saying, oh yeah, no, honey, but you are really good at choosing. Seriously? Ah, no, mijito. No,
Yeah.
that's not valid.
Yeah,
for
and
me.
you're giving away that responsibility.
See, no, no.
Like giving away that responsibility and that mental load. And also, again, probably because the person is afraid of disappoint her. We're getting into that later, but let's move on with the next paragraph, which is, I tried to talk to him about it last night, and he got kind of defensive, saying he's just trying to make me happy, and that he genuinely doesn't care about most things. But like everyone cares about something, right? I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm constantly guessing what my partner likes or just making all the choices.
We don't know the background of the guy. Maybe no. I believe going into the psychology, yes, it is something related to the childhood. All the traumas are related to childhood. But then something happened. But now when she is trying to talk to him, what was that?
I think it was the pipes.
Was the pipes?
Yeah, in the apartment. And in the
Upstairs.
building.
So then, if then when he gets defensive, then all right, here Houston, we got some problems because really, I mean, something that at least maybe I can do. It is giving options to the guy.
Yeah.
Let's say it's like
we're getting into that, okay?
bueno.
So with about this paragraph, I think that yeah, again, we can only speculate about what is going on.
Yeah, and exactly, we cannot judge at all because we don't know any of both backgrounds.
No, but we can reflect on how it is. Yeah, we're getting into it. Okay, so the last thing she says here is also very common, I believe, in many couples. And she says, we're planning a vacation right now, and I asked him where we'd like to go since we finally have some money saved up. And he just said, anywhere you want to go sounds great to me. Even with something this big, he won't give me an actual answer. I love him, but I feel like I'm dating someone without preferences. And it's making me feel disconnected from him. Absolutely. Am I being unreasonable here? How do I get him to actually communicate what he wants without making him feel attacked?
Definitely, she is not unreasonable. No. I get that she feels alone in the relationship because again, if I am taking all the mental load and taking all the decisions, well, I'm alone in the relationship then. So then at the end, she cannot make him care. There are some situations, yes, and the best probably for the guy, once again, find help because she has tried to approach. We don't know also how she has approached to him, and then he gets defensive. All right, then if we both want to be here, if you really want to stay in this relationship, we need some help. then find the help and to help the guy to go through those issues, because definitely something is going on there. But she cannot make him care.
No.
At the end, if definitely the guy doesn't want any help, no, everything is fine, you are overreacting, whatever, all right, thank you for everything, then good luck in life.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can relate to him a little bit because as someone who struggled with self-worth and struggled with, like, I have been pleasing people my entire life. I haven't been able to say no, not being able to set boundaries, saying no, and all this because the fear of, I mean, not being enough, not being accepted. And in the beginning, in our relationship, I was like that also, and you know. I took less decisions. I was more like dwelling around, not doing anything.
Yeah, your favorite answer was, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was my answer. I didn't put it on you. I was more like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you want to eat? I don't know.
Yeah, and it is kind of the same. It is kind of the same. And looking back, I was doing that because I was afraid to disappoint you, to...
Being rejected.
Yeah, but being genuine. I mean, I didn't have the self-esteem to be truly genuine because I was afraid of what others would think about that. So instead of exposing myself to that and being vulnerable and sharing with the world what I like and what I like to do and blah, blah, blah. No, I was just suppressing that and I let people lead me. And so what you did, and what I think maybe she can do also, is to start to encourage, like, and acknowledge when some decisions are made. Because you really did that. You were never, you didn't tell me like, oh, but start taking decision and like criticizing me like that. Instead, you kind of coached me and encouraged me to do, like, I took some decisions, of course, and he is also doing that. And you were, instead of like, oh, why are you never taking decisions? When I did those small decisions, you said, I love when you take decisions. And then that sparked that I wanted to do more of that. So that is absolutely something that she can try. Or started
I didn't realize about that.
Yeah, but that is very true. Okay. Also something that, because it might be a big step for him to take the decision of going to a restaurant, for example. So instead of putting all that on him right away, like, you pick the restaurant for this week, that might be very stressful for someone who has never taken a decision. What they can do is, okay, honey, this week, could you please look in our area for 5 restaurants that you think seems interesting, and then we can pick one of those. So you give the responsibility not to take the final decision alone, but it is kind of the research.
Yes. Okay.
To be engaged in the decision making.
But then, even though for the very, very start, I would even narrowing it more. For example, how? I give him 2 options. All right, for this weekend, chicken or meat? Which one? No, I don't know. Not which one? Chicken or meat? You just have to pick one. From 2 options, you just have to pick one. That's it.
Like you do with kids.
Exactly. What you do with kids. And little by little, all right, chicken. Listo, we have chicken. And then later, another one. Okay, chicken or meat? Chicken. Fried or, I don't know, how else people eat chicken?
We don't eat chicken, so I don't know.
Oven chicken, let's say. Okay, chicken. Oven, yes, or making it baked or fried, for example. And then helping, like, little by little, making him, or helping him, not making him, helping him to choose more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And also with that, maybe also he can start digging in himself and say, well, I do actually love fried chicken. Yeah. I don't know what's going on me and the fried chicken. Well, that's what most common chicken thing that people love. But then I think then he start and saying like, oh, but maybe, you know what, the other day this, and oh yeah, I remember once when I was a kid, and then I had this fried chicken from this place. You know what, let's go to this place. I remember, like, oh, okay, great, let's go and try. So then little by little, helping the person. Again, if you have the patience, go ahead. If definitely you do not have the patience, you don't want to deal with it, the best, thank you so much, and then good luck. Then, otherwise, for what you are staying?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't. I mean, if it is the case that she loves him and she see a
Yeah,
little
she says
hint,
that she loves him.
a little hint of improvement, I don't think this is the right way to leave either, because the guy is actually trying.
I know I wouldn't leave,
No,
but
exactly.
some people,
Yeah, but if it
some
is that he
people,
is keeping being
sí, sí,
defensive
sí,
and stuff, then
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
just to be clear on that.
Okay, sí, 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 claro.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just saying because
But there are
some people really do not have the patience and they don't want to deal with it. They want the person to come, completely fully
Yeah, but
work,
that
and
won't-
we
that
know
won't
that
happen.
that would never happen.
No. She can acknowledge those wins for him. That gives him more self-awareness and recognize what he likes. And also start to see the pattern of he wants to make her happy. A way to make her happy is also to release that mental load and help
Yes,
taking those decisions, participate in those decision making.
totally.
Also, this is also important. Understand that a disagreement is not equal disconnection.
Sí, no, 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 no.
Because we don't agree with everything. We have different leaders that we follow and resonate more with.
Yes.
And just today, like I was doing a Tony Robbins meditation and it was very energetic and I liked that. While Celeste likes to sit down,
Yes,
calm and
more
like, and for me,
Sí.
that doesn't work as good. And that doesn't mean that we are disconnected from each other. We won't find someone who is gonna like everything that we like.
Yes. In the beginning, it's gonna feel weird to say no for me and for the person who is receiving the no. But then always have in mind that that other person, your partner, is gonna get used to. So in the beginning, your partner might not like, if you are used to say yes all the time, well, the first time that you are saying no to your partner, of course, the partner is gonna be like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What is happening here? But then the next time, it can be a little less, like, okay. And the next time, less and less and less, and so on, until the other person realizes, okay, yes, and get used to the no once in a while.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it's uncomfortable,
Like
but it's
anything.
very necessary.
Like
yeah.
anything, yeah.
Claro.
She feels disconnected from the guy
Yeah.
because of this. And again, it always comes to...
I will feel disconnected as well.
Me too, 100%. But it's about personal responsibility and it's about communicating what's going on. Because what we can't communicate is gonna create distance. So I think that is the conclusion of that. Like, be aware and acknowledge the wins. Heal the people pleasing. Because as I can relate to him, that is what I'm trying to do. I really have done that in a relationship, but there are the rest of my families and friends that I need to stop, please. But yeah, I think those are the most crucial things I think, and yeah, just
See,
it
and
is a
again,
process like anything.
And people might say like, no, that is not the guy for you. Again, we don't know if definitely. I mean, how I can tell if the person is for you or not, it depends of how much your partner is willing to grow. If you're a person who is willing to grow and your partner is not willing to grow, then there is nothing to do in there because you cannot make that person change. No, 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 no. But if your partner, yes, doesn't know how to communicate, that is valid for me. Yes, you are not communicating so many things, but you were willing to grow. You were willing to learn. Okay, what I need to do.
Yeah.
Then willingness, very important.
Yeah, the relationship is all about the growth together.
See?
And we inspire each other. And we need to find those positive things that encourage each other to do this more instead of just focusing on the negative things. Because that is going to create defensiveness and nobody likes that.
Exactly.
Definitely, I think it is something that this couple can solve.
Sí.
That want to believe that. And I can relate so much to the guy. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for
Please
watching.
subscribe.
Subscribe.
We would love that, and to help us with this mission to help people grow in emotional intelligence and create deeper relationships.
All
So
right.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Adios.
Bye.